Okay, assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. I hope that you're all doing great since you are all back to school, right? So, in today's video, I would like to share with you some of the tips to answer the section D novel part. First of all, I will explain a little bit about the paper 2. The paper that I took as an example for today's video is MRSM trial paper for 2018. So this is the questions for the novel part for the 2018 trial paper for MRSM. So basically, the followings of the novel: study in literature component in language English. So you all might have known that you all are doing the Sing to the Dawn Min Fong Ho, but perhaps you all have known about other novels as well. But for today's video, I would like to take the Sing to the Dawn questions answering scheme as an example for today's video. So, the question here is, it's stated that based on the novel that you have studied, which character do you think deserves our sympathy? Briefly describe the character and give reasons for your choice with close reference to the text. Okay, some of the tips that I could share with you to answer this particular questions is, there are basically four paragraph you have to do for this part, which is the introductions, first paragraph. The 3 paragraph you have to focus on the ideas of the characters and the supporting evidence from the text with your own evaluation. Do keep this in your mind, that your own evaluations is very important in these questions, basically. So, before I get into the answer of the novel that I chose, which is the Sing to the Dawn, I will give you a brief explanations on how to actually correctly answer basically the summary of the questions. So the first of all, in the introductions, you have to put the name of the title of the novel and the author as well, and then you have to mention which the characters that you chose, or any characteristic or quality, basically anything in the introductions. For instance, in this example, it says that there are a few characters in the novel that you have portrayed the act of the bravery in their actions. The character that I chose is Richard, Hannah, and Kilmer. Make sure that you focuses on the pronoun as well. If it stated there that you want the one how to say this, name a few characters there as in there, you have to put more than one character in your novel summary. So the next paragraph, you have to start with the main idea, a character, or perhaps your own evaluations, and then you put on your example. So in this particular example, he or she, the author, put the his or her evaluations in at the end of the paragraph. For example, this one, put based on Richard's brief actions. I believe that you have to put your own evaluations. You must put your own opinions in terms of these novel questions, because this is where you get marks the most. So state the main idea and your own evaluations. That's the key point to answer and get A's for these novel questions. So we are going to the real questions here. So the questions here state that based on the novel that you have studied, which character you think deserve of sympathy. So, as I mentioned before, we have to mention the name of the title and the author, and then the questions, the answer to the questions as well. So, this is how you can answer the questions. Based on the novel Sing to the Dawn by Min Feng Ho, the character that I think is the most deserving sympathy from us is Dawan. And do keep in mind to put a short disclaimer in the answer, in why you chose this character. You have to put like one sentence or two sentence, but not more than that, because it's gonna waste your time, and there's not much of a mark given in this particular paragraph, but this paragraph also holds an important part in this novel questions. So the next things is what I do in this particular answer is that I put my own evaluations first before I stated my main idea or evidence that I found in the novel. You could do that as well, because there's no restrictions to do that. You could put so basically you could put the evaluations first or at the end of the paragraph to support your evidence in the novel. So and then do keep note that you have to put the connectors to differentiate all the ideas, basically transitions between the ideas that you share in the novel. So the connectors that you can use is basically furthermore, in addition, first of all, next, and etc. So the own evaluations that I made is that the character whom I sympathize, you have to always keep in mind to relate your own evaluations to the questions given above. So in this particular paragraph, I mentioned that the character whom I sympathize in is Nawan because although she succeeded in getting the scholarship, misspelling. Although she succeeded in getting the scholarship, those around does not feel the same way as her. This is my own evaluations after reading the novel. So, how I can relate these evaluations with evidence. So, for example, you must put, for example, or for instance, so that they could actually differentiate your supporting details with your main point. So, for example, when she won first place in a test, was announced as the winner of the scholarship, her brother Kwai also came second after her. So basically, what you want to do is give a bit of the summary that before getting to your point in the paragraph, the paragraph with the first point that you want to share. So here I mentioned that she and Kwai and Dawan want, basically Kwai and Dawan gets a high place in the rank, a school rank, for a contest of winning a scholarship. But Kwai came in second after her. So basically, both of them have great ideas using their education to improve life in the village, but that one didn't get the support or the same feelings with her family members. That's why I mentioned that one faces anger and rejection from her parents, as mostly from her father, because he wanted his son to get the scholarship instead of that one, because he believed that one's simply just a girl, and that girl doesn't actually succeed in life. You could put that as well as an evidence in the novel. So that's that. And then I mentioned why. Okay, and the next paragraph do the same thing, and the third one. So the last one is a conclusion. The conclusion is basically the same as the introductions, but I twisted a little bit of the my answer, although it is the same as the introduction, but we want to keep the introduction and conclusion simple, so that we have more time to spend in terms of the 3 points that we want to elaborate in these particular questions. So conclusion, basically you have to do like mention the character. Why do you like the character? Why do you dislike the character? Anything that related to questions. So basically in this question based on the Merisem trial paper, I sympathize that one because she has to struggle to pursue her dream. By right, she should have received support from her family and the community. She also faces a lot of challenges in her new life in the city. So basically, you relate back to the questions and just give a short summary of why do you sympathize this character the most. Okay, so the key point that we could conclude it from this video is, when doing a novel, the introduction, you have to put the name of the title novel, the novel's title, the author, and then the question itself. Okay, the question itself. Why do you like this character? Why do you dislike this character? Which character shows the most good quality or the bad one? This same goes and inclusion. It's just that you answer back to the questions. I sympathize with them. I like that one the most for her good qualities. It's just a repetitive answer. So please do not spend much of your time in introduction and conclusion. Keep it simple. 1 or 2 words is enough. So for the 3 ideas that you wanted to share is state the main ideas, your example, or the evidence that you found in novel, and maybe a short conclusion. Like the second paragraph, hence that one is left guilty for her success. Just keep it simple. The main point in these particular questions to get an A is basically focus on the main point, your own evaluation, which is your own evaluation, or put it at the end of the paragraph to support your evidence. So the 2 things that you have to focus on making the points is state your main ideas or evidence and your own evaluations. That is all from me. Thank you. I will link it with my answer with others. Thank you.